Hi everybody, RW here, and welcome to Off Topic, the program that talks about anything and everything except personal relationships. Well, it doesn't seem that long ago that we started 2017, and here we are, the last week of April, and we're moving into the first week of May. My, how time goes by. We're going to start this episode of Off Topic talking about making video. And today I want to touch upon lighting. Now, lighting is an important part of video making when you're dealing with live talent. Now, obviously, if you're shooting indoors, it's going to require lighting. But if you're shooting video outdoors, depending on the time of day and your location of your shoot, it may require lighting. So obviously, if you're shooting at dusk or you're shooting at night, you're going to need lighting. If you're shooting during the day, but you're going and shooting your video where there's a lot of high-rise buildings where they're blocking natural sunlight, then you may need additional lighting at your shoot location. Now, ideally, if you have the budget and you have the time to go and shoot live video with talent, you're going to need 4 panels, lighting panels. One of them to go and light the background of your video shoot area. One in front elevated to light your talent, and 2 additional panels on either side to go and light the talent from both the left and the right. Now, why you position your light in this configuration is that you want to go and eliminate shadows that are thrown by the lighting sources. You want to try to minimize that, and you also want to have a nice even distribution of light on your talent, which will give you the best video production. So that's the reason why you should ideally have 4 panels. Now, when it comes to lighting sources, you're going to have a number of choices, but there's going to be basically 3 possible configurations. One is that you're going to go and use your traditional light boxes that are going to be in size probably by 2 by 2 or 2 by 4 or some type of configuration in feet, and they're going to contain probably 4 incandescent light bulbs. Now, there are good points and there are bad points about your traditional light boxes. The not so great things about your light boxes is that they're physically bigger, so that means they're going to require time to go and assemble. They're going to require time to disassemble after your shoot, and they're going to be bulkier to transport. On the good news side, incandescent bulbs are going to be the least expensive option, so less cost, easily replaceable. They're going to generate a lot of heat. So if you have 4 bulbs to a typical light box and you have 4 light boxes, you're going to be having 16 bulbs, and they're going to be pulling electrical power. So that will be a concern for your video shoot. The temperature or the heat that those bulbs are going to generate is going to go into the air, which is going to elevate the temperature in the room. So if you're dealing in a confined space, it's going to make it uncomfortable for not only for your talent, but also for the production people that may be involved. Another option, with light boxes, instead of using an incandescent bulb, you can go and use a compact fluorescent bulb. Now, on the good news side, compact fluorescent bulbs are going to generate a lot less heat, which is going to make it more comfortable with respect to temperature for your video shoots. On the other hand, compact fluorescent bulbs, as they get used, they start not to perform to the same level as they were new. So in other words, you will shoot a piece of video and the bulbs have been used for a number of hours, and all of a sudden you're going to start noticing that the video you shot has got a tint to it, maybe magenta, maybe yellow, and now those are things that you'll have to go and correct with computer software in post-production. Another option, because of technology, is the LED light panels. Now, this is going to be the most expensive option for you to consider when looking at lighting equipment. However, there are some big advantages. Now, obviously, they're going to be costing you more, but they are significantly smaller in size. So instead of you going and carrying around a 2x2 or a 2x3 foot light panel, you're now going to be carrying something the size of a tablet or the screen size of a laptop computer. So much more compact, easier to assemble, easier to go and disassemble when you finish your video shoot, smaller, a lot easier to transport from location A to location B. They generate very minimal heat, so that means they're not going to contribute to the temperature in a room if it's very small, and if you put your hands on them, you're not going to have to worry about burning yourself. So that's a really good thing. There are a couple of other advantages. You can get units that emulate purely daylight or purely indoor light, or you can get what's known as bicolor units, where they're adjustable, giving you a range from light outdoors to light indoors and anything in between. And you can also adjust the intensity of the light. So those are all really good things. The two issues that are really important with LED panels, and this is a reason why, if you're going to look at LED lighting, to not chintz out. In other words, you may have to spend more money to go and eliminate two major concerns. The first is that with LED lights, there is a tendency to go and end up with a result where your video has a tinge to it, either magenta or green. And that's because the LEDs are not generating what's called pure light. So if you end up shooting a nice piece of video, but it's got tint to it, you're going to have to go and correct that with computer software in post-production. Now, the other issue is what's called micro flickering. And this is where it's not visible to the human eye, but after you shoot a piece of video, you're going to go and look at it on replay with your computer, and you're going to see these time frames where the lighting is flickering, and it's going to be noticeable. Now, that's an issue with respect to the quality of the equipment you buy. So if you're going to buy an inexpensive LED panel, you may end up with these problems, and the flickering is going to be a major headache. So I will tell you from practical experience, real experience, when I did my research, I ended up going and using LED panels for our video production, and I did not chintz out. I spent a little more money and I bought better. And the other thing to go and remember when you buy LED panel lighting is that you are looking for a CRI number, and CRI stands for Color Rendering Index. And when you can get a CRI number of plus, I believe it's either 93 or 95, at 95 you are getting pure light. And you are also getting dependability, and at that point you should eliminate the two major issues with LED panels. One is the tinting and the micro flickering. And because I made a buying decision based on CRI, and I made sure the equipment was CRI 95, we eliminated all that concern. And that is wonderful. And by the way, the other nice thing with LED lighting, if you go and buy good LED light panels, you will also end up not needing 4 units. So when we shoot off topic, the lighting sources that we use are 2 LED panels the size of tablets, and there's one on either side of me. And that's how good the end production is. So down the road, I probably will do a review of the lighting panels that I did buy for our production purposes. But I will tell you right now, if you have a budget, you have the money, seriously consider using LED light panels for your video production because they're going to be dependable, they're going to be smaller in size, they're going to be more energy efficient, you'll probably need less, and when you put that all together, you're probably going to get really good efficiencies for your dollar spent. So that concludes today's video making advice with respect to lighting. And we're going to be right back after this. And coming up, free food? Not. And up next, another Japanese Kit Kat review. And welcome back. Well, it wouldn't be an episode of Off Topic where we didn't talk about something. And you know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Kit Kat again. And just not any type of Kit Kat, the Japanese flavors of Kit Kat that are available. And today I'm going to review a flavor which is synonymous with Japan. Absolutely. Now, the very first review I did was on green tea. Again, green tea synonymous with Japan. And now we're going to go and do the other flavor that when you think of Japan, this would come to mind. And the flavor is, and I kid you not folks, it's sake flavor. Yes, the Japanese are very fortunate that Nestle, who makes the Kit Kat brand, makes a sake flavored Kit Kat bar. Now, when I opened up this bag of snack size mini sake Kit Kat bars, the first thing that I noticed opening the large bag was you can smell the sake. No questions about it. It contains 0.8% alcohol or sake in it. What they've done is they use sake powder, and obviously in the production they've added some liquid, so that's been liquefied, so you end up with that equivalent of having some alcohol content in it. And the shell is white chocolate, and it's actually it's got a tint to it. It's kind of cream color, not white, but cream color. Eggshell would be a little too dark, so definitely cream color. And inside, you have the wafer, and the interior looks very similar in color to the outside. So the outside is cream color, the inside is cream color as well. And you take a bite of it, and yes, you definitely taste the sake. Not as sweet, so there is less sugar in it. So for an adult, obviously, this would be a very luxurious treat. And for a child who who's living in Japan, if were having sake with their parents at a meal, because it was supervised, they would probably also enjoy it. So I enjoyed the sake flavored Kit Kat, like all the other flavors I've reviewed. It's a wonderful product. And what else can I say? If you ever get the opportunity to go and try sake flavored Kit Kats, go for it. And in summary, if you get the opportunity, you can do what I do. Buy it by the case, if you can. With that being said, I'm going to take a break, and you can watch this. We'll be right back. And coming up, an update on the big challenge. And up next, free food? Not.
Hello, and welcome to our website. Successful in Finding Love.co is a website dedicated to providing information, insight, and inspiration in the area of personal relationships. Here, you will find written content and an expanding library of videos. We also have a number of social media properties, which include our YouTube channel. You can find exclusive video releases on our Facebook page. And we are also on Google+. We also produce the video series OFFtopic, the program that talks about anything and everything, except personal relationships. New episodes are released every 2 weeks. To keep you updated, we would love to have you sign up and subscribe to our website. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook. Again, thank you for visiting, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Welcome back, everyone. Last episode, I talked about a number of videos that I had come across over a number of weeks earlier that were dealing with the topic of free gasoline. And there are a number of people posting videos on YouTube about free gasoline, and they were advocating or proposing methods or ways of defeating a gas pump to go and either give them free gasoline, in their words, but really to dispense gasoline and them not paying for it, or them getting more than what they were paying for. In either case, it was really simple. It's not free gasoline, it's stolen gasoline, because they weren't paying for it. And in that same vein, I also came across a number of videos that were purporting ways of hacking or getting free food out of vending machines. So again, a number of people shot videos and they were saying, well, if you go into this thing in this way, or these number of things in this sequence, that the machines would either give you free product, or again, it's not free product because you're intentionally getting the machine to give you something and not paying for it, so it's theft, or to go and give you product and give you some or all of your money back. And again, it's not free food. You're stealing from the vending machine and the company. And like I said, with respect to the gasoline videos for free gas, what a lot of these people don't understand is that they're not stealing from big corporations, big oil companies. They were stealing from a bunch of independent business people, because the vast majority of gasoline is sold by independents. And with vending machines, yes, there are a lot of big companies, but there's also a lot of small regional companies or small mom and pop operations. And again, it would be the same thing. It's not free food. You're stealing from, from a business. And it's disheartening to see videos like this because it's not the right thing to do. It's somebody taking advantage of somebody else, and they think it's a victimless crime, but it isn't. I mean, there are people who are getting hurt, small independent business people and employees that work for these companies, because they get probably blamed for the shortages. Now, what I would like to kind of go and say about the people posting these videos is that, you know what, I'd like to point out a couple of things to all of you. One is that you're shooting yourselves in these videos, so you're identifying yourself. It worked out, these gas stations have got video cameras, so they're going and filming you doing these things. Three, a lot of employers will go and use social media as a way and a means to go and validate potential applicants for job positions or employees for promotion within a company. And in a lot of cases, you're giving the businesses that you're taking either gasoline or food from the means to go and pass all this information along to the law enforcement people in their city in which they reside. Quite frankly, you may be producing these videos, you may be uploading them, you may be joking about the fact and laughing about the fact you're getting these products for nothing, but the reality is, publicly, you're basically saying that you're stealing. You're admitting it publicly. And so I can't understand why these videos get uploaded. With the crackdown on YouTube with respect to content recently, I'm surprised that some of these channels aren't shut down permanently for what they're advocating. So I just want to throw that out to anybody who potentially thinks it's really cool to go and hack a gas pump or a vending machine, because in reality, it's not a great thing to do. And just think about the fact that if you worked for a company where product was being hacked, how would you feel when you end up having to deal with that situation or explain what's happening at either your gas bar or at a vending machine location? Or if you actually own the company, where you're the one taking the direct economic hit, where you've paid for product and you have to go and eat the losses. So it's a sad thing. So if you want to go and learn more about ethics, there's a great organization called EPAC. It's the Ethics Practitioners Association of Canada, and it's an organization that's dedicated for the advancement of ethics in government, in business, in academic fields, and they have a great website. They're a great group of people, so you may want to check them out if you want to learn more about ethics, or you just are interested in the potential for a career in the field, or you just want to expand your basic knowledge of the topic of ethics. So you can check it out. And with that said, we're going to take another break, and we will be right back. And welcome back. And before we go and wrap up this episode of Off Topic, we should go and touch upon the current status of the big challenge. Now, for those of you that haven't seen previous episodes, the big challenge was something that we started when we launched Off Topic back in January of this year. And the purpose of the big challenge was twofold. One was to increase the viewership and the subscribership for Off Topic and the successful finding love.co website. So that was the plan, to go and expand viewership and subscribership. And we decided to go and take a unique way, approach rather, of doing this. And we set up a friendly competition between two countries. Those countries being Japan and the United Kingdom. And we wanted a friendly competition between these two great nations, and we wanted to see which one of them over the course of a year would give us the biggest increase in subscribership or viewership, or both. And when we started the year out, we started at 0, and that was expected because we just started the competition. And so far this year, we've maintained that Mexican standoff. The score is still 0-0, which is kind of a little disheartening for us. However, we keep in mind the year is still around, a lot of time left, and things can change. We're hoping that people who are watching in the UK and watching in Japan, that they will go and start taking some action, because it wouldn't take a whole lot right now to take the lead in this competition. In fact, simply one person in Japan or one person in the UK basically subscribing, and it puts your country in the lead. And personally, I will tell you that if I could go and take the lead in a competition by doing something really, really small, I'd be doing it. So I'm just throwing that out to all the people in Japan and the United Kingdom that, you know what, it wouldn't take much to take the lead, so why don't you go and take the lead? It'd be a good thing. And one final thing before we wrap up this episode, I want to give special thanks to Last Week Tonight with John Oliver and HBO for providing to all the people out there who make videos the opportunity of using the dancing zebra. Now, John recently had a program where he was talking about the traffic zebras in Bolivia, and they made some video footage available to anybody who wanted to use it, and it was hashtag just add zebras, and so we took them up on the offer. So we'd like to go and say thank you very much to John Oliver of Last Week Tonight and HBO and all those that were responsible for creating that video footage. And if you get the opportunity, you can watch John Oliver on Last Week Tonight on HBO or on YouTube for segments. And John, you do really great work, and absolutely love your program. I'm a big fan, so keep it up, my friend. And with that being said, I'd like to thank you for watching this episode, specifically the Just Add Zebras episode of Off Topic. We would like you to go and subscribe, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also to our website, the successfulfindinglove.co website. We'd love to see that, and we'd like to go and emphasize the fact, keep watching this space, because there's more great video that's coming your way, more information, more entertainment, and we look forward to seeing you in many episodes down the road. So again, thank you for watching. Have a great week or 2 weeks before our next episode, and we will see you down the road. Take care. Bye for now.